And so for Carl, I think romantic love equals pain, and so he prioritizes sex.
Well, I mean, like, as, like, teenage boys will do, hooking up with girls and shit, and it's just, he's just experimenting.
If he were a little older, it'd be sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's crime. I think he has aspirations to be a really good criminal, and thinks that way a lot of sex will come to him at all times. I don't have high hopes for Carl down the line romantically.
I swear to God, if you lose your virginity before I do, I'll stab you to death in your sleep.
I think that Debbie's grown up in an environment where everybody's so much older and so much more physically mature, if that makes sense. Well, Debbie was a lot more unexperienced and she was a lot younger, so that's totally normal and there's nothing wrong with that. But Debbie always thought that that was a weird thing and she felt insecure about that.
And I think because she grew up in a family where, you know, it was very oriented sexually, she doesn't have a healthy idea of a relationship. It's all about kind of sex and when sex will happen.
And so when she finally finds a guy that likes her and it turns out to reject her because she's too young, she doesn't really understand why that's a problem.
And yes, Debbie does have sex this season, and I think that she regrets it and she feels super uncomfortable about it because she raped her ex-boyfriend. That sounds so weird.
You date raped me.
You were on a date? I mean, I'm only 15. I don't know what love is, but what I think, it's probably more of an emotional thing. And I feel like this season, when Debbie meets Derek, she realizes and she understands what love truly is, and she falls in love not for his like good looks, but for his like personality and his traits.
When you grow up a Gallagher, you don't have an expectation that love will stay just for love's sake. It's kind of a sad reflection of the way that she was raised, and I don't think that's gonna go super well for her, but we'll see.
It's all the kids know is Frank and Monica as their romantic role models, let's say. And how that colors their relationships is if it's not as bad as Frank and Monica, if fists aren't being thrown, if drugs aren't being taken, if fights aren't happening on the street corner, then it's like, oh, this is a great relationship.
And Frank and Monica had a passion that was real, and it probably set the bar pretty high for them, that they want from their relationships that level of heat.
Having grown up around that, I don't think that love feels like something that is trustworthy to the Gallaghers, which is why, you know, besides the examples of Kevin Veronica next door, they're not really gravitating towards love or trusting of it.